Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Port Show right here on Smash FM here on a Saturday morning here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go across to our friends over in the US, and we're heading to Columbia in Missouri. And of course, being with the Missouri Tigers women's basketball team. And we're very happy to have these two players on the show because they're both from Melbourne. Of course, their names is Sarah and Shannon. They join us right now. Thanks, both of you, for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Tell us, how's it been like in the last couple of months heading towards hopefully getting underway with the season?
Yeah, it's definitely been crazy. We've been in quarantine twice now, so it's kind of been hard because, you don't know what's going to come the next day. So it's just don't take each day for granted and just work hard when you have time on the court. So, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much what Shannon said, just, taking every day as it comes. Like, we're not obviously guaranteed tomorrow as a group, so just really locking in when we have the time together on court and obviously continue to work hard and, yeah.
Going to a pretty difficult, season, especially with what's been happening with COVID at the moment, especially over there at this stage. I guess, what have both of you been doing to try to keep yourselves away from the virus?
It's over here. You just don't know where you can really pick it up from. So I suppose just making sure, continue to wear your mask, sanitizing your hands. We're pretty much we try and stay in like a social bubble, I guess, within the team, not sort of mixing with the huge amount of people, I suppose. But yeah, it's not really, I think we don't really do anything different as to what people do back home. So yeah.
Now, I'm assuming both of you would have had a chance to come home. Of course, being here in Melbourne, obviously we've had our similar thing down here, as both of you would know. I guess, did both of you have a chance to, come home at all?
Yeah, I came home in March as soon as everything went into lockdown here. And I think I was home till like the start of August when I was finally allowed to come back.
Yeah, I'm a freshman, so I literally have pretty much only been here for about three-ish months, I think now. So I was pretty delayed in getting over here just because of the whole visa situation. So yeah, probably won't get home until end of the season next year. So yeah.
Tell us a bit about the team this year, and other than you, Sarah, is there any other freshmen in the team that's coming to the team this year?
Yeah, so there's myself, Mama Dembele, she's from Spain, and Jayla Kelly, she is from St. Louis, which is a city in Missouri as well. And then we also have a transfer. She's a sophomore technically, but she's a transfer from Auburn, Lauren Hansen. So pretty cool incoming group. So yeah.
And Sarah, how have all you adapted to being there in one of the best basketball communities there in Missouri?
I literally couldn't have asked for any more. The team is absolutely fantastic. Like, all the girls are seriously amazing, took me under the wing. Obviously, having Shannon as a fellow Aussie, I was really, really lucky in that sense. The coaching staff, absolutely incredible. And obviously the community as well welcomed me with open arms. So yeah, as I said, literally couldn't ask for any more. Like, it's been a really, really easy transition. Obviously, homesickness every now and then, but I have my second family here, so yeah, I am pretty lucky. So yeah.
Now, we'll get to the homesickness part of it in a moment. Now, I'm assuming, I guess on the opposite end, I'm assuming that there's a couple of seniors in the team that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got I think we've got 3 seniors this year, but also with me coming in last year, there was 2 other transfers. So the team looks pretty different than it did last year with, as Sarah said, Lauren, and then the 3 freshmen, and then 3 of us transfers. So I feel like it's going to be a bit of a different year this year.
Now, obviously with COVID, if my memory serves me correct, I think you have an extra year of eligibility again going into obviously another year. I guess how important is that, especially for you, Shannon?
I mean, it's a great opportunity. It's something that no one expected. I guess I just have to weigh up a lot of things to decide whether I want to take the extra year. I mean, 5 years away from home is a long time. And when I committed to come over here, I only expected to be here for 4. So, yeah, as I said, I guess it's just weighing up all the options.
Now, Shannon, of course, you've been there for, well, this is now your 4th year over in the US. I guess, what advice have you given Sarah in particular to sort of, I guess, adapt to the homesickness?
The best way I did it, honestly, was distracting myself and just spending time with people, just not letting yourself think about it. Because, I mean, especially this year, it's hard knowing that we can't go home till next May and our families can't come over here. So, I mean, it is a bit of a different sort of situation for Sarah since, I mean, I could go home and I knew I could. But yeah, as I said, I think it's just distracting yourself and just buying into the team and yeah, just spending time with the girls. That's what helped me the most.
And Sarah, how have you adapted to, what have you been doing and obviously it's been a pretty unusual year to do it, but I guess what have you been doing to sort of keep yourself away from, I guess, getting homesickness?
I mean, pretty much what Shannon said, just distracting myself, surrounding myself with teammates, friends, just having conversations, really, just knowing that I've got everyone supporting me over here. Obviously, I speak to my mum and dad every single day. I mean, and that pretty much fills the void, I guess. Like, we're pretty lucky with the technology we have these days, like having FaceTime and whatever. So, like, to say that I haven't seen my family in over 3 months is really beyond me. Like, it doesn't feel like that at all. But yeah, just keep them busy, like remembering that I'm here for a reason and just keep buying into that reason. So, yeah.
Now, of course, both of you are from down here in Melbourne. Now, the question I want to ask both of you is, how special is to play with each other on the same team? Because both of you are actually from different associations from down here in Melbourne. I guess how good is to finally play with each other on the same team?
It's kind of funny because like Shannon and I literally had no idea who each other were before I came on my visit last year. Obviously, like in like conversations we've had, we're like, oh, I know this person, I know that person. So like we have a lot of mutual friends sort of thing, but it's kind of random that like we literally, our beach houses are like a 5-minute drive away from each other. Like such a small world. Now we're literally over here on the other side of the world playing together. So it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like it. I mean, I'm used to having Australians on the team over here. So I feel like it's just having someone from home just, I guess, makes it a little bit easier, as like they understand what you're going through and you can relate to that. So
now tell us a bit about your amazing coaching staff there at Missouri.
You want to kickstart, Shannon?
So we've got Coach P. Coach P is our head coach. She's had an amazing record here. She just, I mean, has helped us develop on and off the court. I mean, I know a lot of coaches say that they want you here for more than basketball, but she definitely means it. And she is all about the culture and just the family environment. I mean, she showed me that on the visit and it's only continued from there on. And then her assistants, they're all the same as Coach P. They just follow along with the family culture. Yeah, they're there for us through anything. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, literally, like what Shannon said, I mean, from the moment I got here on my visit, I just knew that the conversations that I'd had with Coach P over the phone before I got here, like she meant every word she said, that she would invest as much time into me as a basketball player as what she would me as a person off the court. And she treats everyone on the team the exact same. It's buying into everyone in the exact same way. And seriously, the family culture that they've created is phenomenal. We're super, super lucky. Yeah, and as Shannon said, it's not just Coach P, it's our other 3 assistants as well. And yeah, it's just a really cool environment to be a part of.
Now, how did both of you get involved in basketball and why did you choose it?
Me personally was a funny one. My friend actually hurt her ankle, like it was play ball. I don't know whether you know what that is, Shannon. It was like literally like, I don't know, I was in like year 1 or something like that. And my friend hurt her ankle and asked me to fill in for her team. And my brother had played with his school friends. So I was like, oh, I want to be like my brother. So that's pretty much how I got into it and just stuck with it ever since. So yeah.
I started out, I think I was 5. One of my brothers was on the team, and my 2 older brothers coached him, and my mom was the team manager. So obviously I went along, and I got bored and I just decided to join in. So yeah, that's how I started.
Now, what would be some basketball highlights throughout both your basketball journeys so far?
My main ones would probably be I was selected in the 3x3 team, national team for the Youth Olympics in Buenos Aires in 2018, and we won a bronze medal there. So that was super exciting. And then also getting a scholarship to go to the BA Centre of Excellence for 18 months. I finished off my schooling up in Canberra, so I was super lucky to get that opportunity. Yeah.
I think one of my highlights would be making my first state team. I think it was bottom age 20s. I feel like that's when I realized that basketball could take me places. Yeah, so that's definitely a highlight for me. We definitely had a stacked team, and yeah.
Now, obviously, both of you represent Victoria at nationals. How special is it to represent Victoria?
I mean, I was sort of involved in the state program from a pretty young age, but I don't think I really realized how much of a privilege it really is until I sort of hit like the under 18 level, I guess. It's sort of like in some ways you can sort of look at it as a reward for all the hard work you put in, but at the end of the day, like competing and playing against closest friends, whatever, coming together once you literally play against each other every Friday night when we all play for different competitions, and then coming in playing together against all the other states. Like it's just it is sort of rewarding in some way, but I mean as well obviously showcasing your talent against the best of the best around the country. It's a really, really cool tournament, I guess, to be part of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it, as Sarah said, it is a really rewarding experience, and it obviously gives you opportunities like coming to America once you do make those teams. It was definitely an honor to play for Victoria. I feel like I worked hard and finally was rewarded bottom 20s. So yeah, it was definitely a great thing to be a part of.
Now, I guess further to that, what does the sport of basketball mean to both of you, and especially now being there at Missouri?
I mean, basketball's given me opportunities that I never would have thought I would have gotten. Like I would have never imagined that I would move away from home at 18 and be living in America for 5 years. So obviously that side of it means a lot to me. And then also just like the friends and the people I've met, and like the coaches and the support that they've given me is something that like I'll always be grateful for.
Yeah, literally, all I have to say is exactly what Shannon said. I suppose, like, to think that we're literally on the other side of the world, playing the game that we love is like, I don't know, just sometimes take a step back and have a think about it and see like, damn, that's actually pretty cool, I guess. And yeah, exactly the same as Shannon. Literally, like the people that we've met along the way, like I know that I've got lifelong friendships with teammates, opponents, coaches. It's just all part of the process, and it's really exciting.
Now, of course, you must well give your local association down here in Melbourne a bit of a shout out. Of course, Sarah, of course, with Hawthorn, and Shannon with Diamond Valley. You must well give them a bit of a shout out. And how important have they been to your basketball journey to where you got to now at college?
I mean, Hawthorn Magic, they have played a very, very, very big role into where I am. I actually moved to the club in bottom age 16s, and it was an amazing move for me. Just the nonstop support that I received from the coaches as soon as I moved, and the support that I'm still getting today. Got them all checking in with me every now and then here, and just a real big thank you to them for investing so much time into me. And again, wouldn't be here without them. So, yeah.
I moved to Diamond Valley, I think it was bottom age 14s. And yeah, they've definitely invested a lot into me, especially Al McCautry. He saw something in me pretty early. So would start with the early morning individuals and, just continue working with me on and off the court, in the weight room, all that stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely grateful for all the preparation he did for me.
Now, do either of you have any future ambitions in the sport of basketball post-college?
I mean, I feel like I've always said to myself that at some point I want to go back home and play WNBL, play on home soil. So I think that's one of my main things. That's definitely something that I want to do when I finish up. So, yeah.
I've always said that I wanted to play overseas. I mean, in like Europe or something. I guess it just depends how this season goes, and if I stay for next season, and see what opportunities come. Maybe I'll be ready to go home by then, but definitely WNBL is definitely a goal of mine as well.
Now, what would be your advice to our Melbourne listeners down here that should follow the Mighty Missouri Tigers when your season gets underway this week?
I would just say, if anyone has seen last year, this year is going to be completely different. As I said, we have a completely different roster. We're expecting to do big things. We have a lot of goals set to achieve. So yeah, just be on the lookout.
And strong.
Now, let's finish on a couple of light-hearted questions about your teammates there at Missouri. Firstly, who's the comedian in the team?
Everyone's got their own
Everyone's got their own little quirk.
Yeah, little personalities. Everyone has their time. I don't know if there's one. Yeah, everyone kind of has their time.
Yeah.
Any good singers and dancers we should know about?
Shannon plays the violin.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
Fun fact.
Hidden talent. Actually, a singer, Micah, she's my roommate, and I can hear her. I can hear her through the wall. She's pretty good. Dancers?
Jayla likes to have a little bit of a groove every now and then.
Shug's pretty good. Yeah, we'll go with Jayla and Shug.
Do either of you have any pre-game superstition or ritual?
I have never personally been someone like that. Like the shoe business, which shoe you put on first, never been like it.
I'm the opposite. I am like that. My right shoe always goes on first. What else do I do? Oh, we have shoot around 5 hours before a game, and then we always come home. I always have to have a shower. On my way back to the arena, I have to get a coffee, and then the right shoe and the left shoe, and then we're ready to go.
Now, I have to ask these couple of questions. Has any of your teammates, or even your roommates for that matter, tried to put the Australian accent on, and how's that travelling?
Terrible.
So bad. They sound British, but Australian. Cup of tea. Good time for Chris.
Has any of your teammates got close?
I don't think they've gotten close with the accent, but they've picked up I guess
some lingo.
Yeah, some of the lingo, like Aussie slang, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I spend a lot of time with Micah, so I see a lot of Australian lingo coming out in conversation with her. But the accent, I don't think so.
Now, of course, I'm going to flip that question and go, have either of you tried to put the American accent, and how's that traveling?
Don't even try. Everyone has asked me to, and I said I'm not even attempting.
I've attempted, but it's not good. Apparently, I sound very country.
I can see that.
Now, have either of you tried to convince any of your teammates to come down and visit you down here in here in Melbourne?
Absolutely.
Yep.
We're definitely working on it.
Yep.
And the coaches, actually.
Now, of course, finish off these last two, which is, has any of your teammates are just plainly forgetful?
In terms of schoolwork?
Yeah, in terms of schoolwork, let's go with Sarah.
We'll go middle ground. Let's go to the both of us.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know. Everyone's pretty good. Everyone's pretty organised, I think.
But, both of you, thank you so much for getting up your time to join us. It's awesome having both of you on the show. And hope, of course, we want to send our best wishes to you and your teammates for the upcoming season. And let's hope for the Mighty Tigers that you can go all the way and win the conference and hopefully go further in the postseason.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
No worries. And that's Sarah Smith and Shane Daffasey there, joins from the Missouri Tigers women's basketball team. Of course, if you want to follow them throughout the season, of course, we'll put all the details up on how they will be going through the schedules and, of course, on social media. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the Saturday edition.